Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy Mystic Quest with me, jrpg. And in the last episode, we finished the Wintry Cave, and inside we got the Libra Crest, which we'll be able to use to take this teleporter immediately to my left. But what I'm going to do first is pop outside and then pop back in and just grab some extra arrows for Phoebe. I don't think we need to do this too many times. We'll be able to do it again on the way out, but let's get over to the Life Temple by taking this teleporter. That must be the Spring of Life. The water's dried up. Yep, they keep all of their Spring of Life water in a square basin. It's hopeless now. Don't give up yet. There's someone inside. Let's have a look. And it is, of course, going to be our mysterious old man friend who rides on a cloud. And I say, Aquaria's in great danger. And he says, I know that. We need Wakewater to melt the ice. And Phoebe says, but the Wakewater's dried up. It's hopeless. And he says, hear me. All that's left of the Wakewater is in this bag. Take it and go back to Aquaria. And we receive the Wakewater. And I will admit that it is a little bit suspicious that he, for some reason, has the rest of the Wakewater on him. But anyway, we got a little bit, which is better than nothing. And now we've got to get back to Aquaria. But first, let's pop outside. We can't go anywhere from here, but we can see something interesting to our right, which is a ship sitting there, and various cloud cover beneath us. But we can't go anywhere, so let's back on up and head back to Aquaria. And now, I should say that I have been kind of dreading this part since we started, and I'll talk about that a little bit once we get there. For now, let's hit the story beat and get back to Aquaria. Wakewater, please save our town. And it unfreezes just one thing. She says, that's it? I guess this town will stay frozen until the crystal of water shines again. Then we better hurry to the ice pyramid. Yep, we better get right to that. But before I go, I think I want to buy some bombs because my farming chest is gone. It's now, it now contains arrows. So I think we're going to buy a few. How about some explosives? How about like 30? That'll work for me. You probably don't even need to do that, but I really don't want to run out. Now, here's the thing. Before we head in there, I'm going to talk about this a little bit. So if you'd like to just get to the dungeon, feel free to skip ahead for a minute, but we're going to talk about a couple of things right here. This game has an unbelievable problem with it. And how you can tell it does is from this. So if we go to the pause menu and we hit start and select at the same time, like so, it will tell us our CPU and PPU version of our Super Nintendo, which is pretty cool. It's almost like a task manager screen for your Super Nintendo. How neat is that? However, this comes with a significant drawback, and that is that this version has a serious sound problem where the music that's going to be playing in the Falls Basin will freeze the game. Now, the reason that happens on this version is because this version is version 1.0 of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. They released a second version because this version has an incompatibility with a revision of the Super Nintendo sound chip for an American release. If you're still with me on that, we can get in there, but what that's going to end up meaning is that we have to save pretty frequently in here. I'll do my best to cut that out, but it's gonna be a little bit disjointed, and we're gonna have to kind of speed run it in a way in order to get through it without the game freezing on us. And this game has a lot of problems with it, not the least of which is that it's not Final Fantasy V. It's this weird spin-off that they should have just localized Final Fantasy V instead of giving us this. But on top of it, the game actually freezes and sets you back through no fault of your own. And that is a pretty significant flaw. I've never seen a Super Nintendo game do that in my entire life. But here we go. So Phoebe goes, let's push this out of our way. And we're going to do exactly that. And we need to kind of be quick because I have sort of a plan for in here to avoid the freeze in as many ways as possible. And we're going to show this fight, even though it's just one of these guys, because it's one of the monster icons in here. Down he goes. Now the whole thing with this dungeon is using these pillars to navigate through it. And I think what I'm going to do, actually, is show one of the freezes first. And we can leave this in because these llamas are new. Lamia, I guess I should say. And they can cast Sleep and Confuse, which, as you may imagine, can be a huge problem. So I'm going to try to take them out first. Okay, good. I'm asleep, so I can't be confused. Let's take that Lamia out. All right. And I level up, and we're going to have to do all this over. However, you won't have to watch it, but it's going to freeze now. You can hear the music stopping, and pretty soon... Yep, and now I can't move. So that's it. It's in a good location in that it's the frozen area, but oh man, does this suck. So I'll see you right back here, and we'll continue on with the dungeon. Okay, we're back. Let's jump over here, and we got to take out this Lamia on the other side of this block to push it to an opportune location. Alright, so I leveled up there, and now we got to push this one past the other one over this way. Yeah, I think about there's where I want it. Okay, and now we can continue on. I've had to reset about 10, 15 times now. Now I need to get one to the top left there, right to my left. So let's back up. I was trying to rush through it so that I could get more progress before it would freeze again, but we're gonna have to back up and do this. Yeah, and we want it right about, let's say there. I think that should be good. Alright, can we make it across? Alright, let's go get him. Alright, and it's the snow crab. Feels like we should just use fire on him, right? And we'll have Phoebe take out the lesser ones. Wow, 200 damage? That's a lot. Okay. I'm gonna go with fire again, but I do want to try out life on him, but I think I'll take out the other crab first. She should be strong against that, yeah, okay. I better cast a life spell on herself this round, though. Okay, that was lucky. That would have taken Phoebe out. We're definitely making this closer than it should be. I don't know, fire's not really doing that much damage. Why don't we try Quake? Throw life on me. Full Nelson, 220 damage. That's pretty good. Yeah, they both seem kind of medium. I actually feel like that maybe dealt more damage, which doesn't really make sense. Keep going with it, though. And let's try out life on him, shall we? Ah, he's strong against it? Okay. Let's hit him with Thunder and see how that does. 520, that's pretty good. And he's starting to disintegrate, which is a good sign. Oh, I hate confusion so much. Yeah, we'll do Thunder again. Although this might have been a good turn to do a life spell, but we might just die right here. Okay, good. Did it on him. Alright, I'm gonna cast Life, I think, on Phoebe. Just make sure she's still up so she can cast Life. Alright, I'm out of magic, so I think I'll hit myself. Maybe I'll hit Phoebe with a cure spell. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we got him. Nice. And right over here, we have an exciting chesty. We get the heal spell. That's nice. And Phoebe says you can use explosives, right? Here's how to use a jumbo bomb. And it's like a bomb, but more jumbo. And it apparently can destroy doors exactly the same, but let's get out of here with our sanity intact. Oh, we made it. Now, that's not going to be the last environment that has that song playing, which is such a nightmare. But let's finish up this battlefield. Okay, so there's one battle left, and you'll notice I farmed up some arrows, and I bought myself 99 bombs because the ice pyramid is very lengthy. So we're going to want to make sure we've got enough bombs for that. These Lamias are super annoying. They cast both Sleep and Confuse, and are just generally the worst. So we're going to try to take them out as quickly as we can. Will this do it? Yes. Okay, and what do we get? 540 XP. That's not so bad. But I think we're ready now to hit the ice pyramid, so let's go ahead and do it. Alright, and what this place is going to be all about is those glowing statues on the right. But why don't we just go over there? And Phoebe goes, I can see a switch in the statue, but can't reach it. Let's push it with something. And I get a glowing light bulb over my head because I'm a genius. I'm going to use my sword to reach the switch. Awesome. Now the first thing we're going to do is hang a right. And now, similar to the last boss of this place, the monsters in here also can make themselves invisible. This is our first desert hag tile, so we're going to leave this one in. But I actually think it's kind of a cool mechanic, because it sort of leaves you guessing where you're going to run into an encounter. I mean, none of the encounters in this are particularly dangerous, but it's kind of an idea that I think is good and could have been elaborated on a little bit more. Taking away the visual clue of when a battle is going to happen leaves a little bit of suspense that I feel like some of these dungeons are missing a little bit. And then this is our first Lamia tile. So we can leave this one in too. There's that sleep. All right, down they go. And what do we get over here? The magic mirror. And that sound you just heard is the sound of all of the monsters in the dungeon now becoming visible, so we've already solved that problem. And only 9 explosives there because we had 90. But, you know, because you get the magic mirror right away, I mean, obviously I know the route to go get it first, but I feel like they could have kept it a little longer. Now that guy's just defending a dead end, so we're gonna go this way. Let's grab these treasure boxes, and now this initial starting point in the ice pyramid has 5 different doors you can go through. Oh, this is our first mage tile, I think. Mages in this game, unlike the some of the previous iterations of Final Fantasy, actually cast spells, which I really enjoy. Instead of just being super buff wizards that punch you in the face, they actually cast spells like mages should. But unfortunately for them, they're already dead. Now we could use a little bit of a top-up. But given the fact there are 5 doors to go through and lots of treasures to collect, you can already tell that, ooh, so this is one of the boss tiles from earlier, the Squidite, but he is not a Squidite, he is a Fanquid, which is much, much weaker. This is not exactly a case of, like, previous bosses just becoming regular enemies. Although it is close. For this, they just kind of hit you with a weaker version, and that's our first Sphinx as well. I leveled up. That is very, very nice. But what I was going to say is that things are already getting really complicated. Like, this is our second elemental temple, and already this place is a huge maze. But while we're navigating this, I think now, since we experienced the music glitch, is a good time to talk about the music, where the composer of this game is notably not Uematsu. There are actually two composers for this game, Ryuji Sasai and Yasuhiro Kawakami. And maybe the glitch was a bit of a bad segue, because that is in no way Ryuji or Yasuhiro's fault. But while we're clearing this room, I think a fun story to tell would be how Ryuji got the job. So basically, he had a PC magazine that had a bunch of game companies listed in it. So he just packed up his mixtape and mailed it to every single one of them. And he only ended up getting one response, which you'd have to feel would be a little bit discouraging. But that's how he got the job and gave us all of this sweet music. I think this is our first Stony Roots, so we can leave this in. They are called Stony Roots because they can do petrify attacks, and they are kind of the worst, but they are, of course, like all flying enemies, going to be weak to Phoebe's bow and arrow attack. But sadly, even after composing this great soundtrack, which is absolutely the bright spot of this game, he never really worked on anything else that you might have heard of. Like, the closest I could come is maybe you've heard of Bushido Blade 2. But that's about it. And frankly, I think that he deserves to have, you know, more credits to his name. Like, this is just fantastic. I love every song in this game. But it's kind of funny, like, this game was such a flop that it feels like almost everybody involved basically never did anything video game-wise again. Now we can go through here, and we can notice some interesting tiles in the center there that we can't access quite yet, but that's kind of a clue for how this is going to work out. Ooh, these are new. These are gathers, and they are going to be weak to explosions. Apparently, things exploding in your eyes would hurt you a little bit extra. I think that actually makes a lot of sense. Down they go. They can do a self-destruct attack, which is kind of interesting. I'll talk about that in a second. This is not a snow crab, it's a freezer crab. Just like the squid enemy, it's just a weaker version. Not quite a boss. But so the gatherers can do a self-destruct attack, and something you can do with that is do a fun overflow glitch with the battlefields, where if you let them do the self-destruct attack, to finish the battle, it will overflow it and read, like, battle 255 of 10. And if you don't know, 255 is a big number in old game development. Basically, it's the largest number that older systems could come up with, like 8-bit systems. And generally speaking, some data like that would be saved as 8 bits. Now, where do I want to go? This way, I believe. Yeah, we can go this way. And 2 to the power of 8 is 256 for 8 bits. But computers start counting at 0. And this Lamia is, of course, guarding a secret passage. But what I was going to say is computers start counting at 0, so you get the number 255. 0 to 255. And I doubt anyone thinks that's interesting but me. But just to give you some idea of the difference between 8-bit systems and 16-bit systems, 2 to the power of 8 is 255. Let's open up this door. 10 more arrows. Cool, back up to 99. I love it. Now we want to go this way and head down. But to finish my thought... So 2 to the power of 8, if you're counting from 0, is 255. 2 to the power of 16 is 65,535 if you're starting from 0. That is an order of magnitude larger. All right, I leveled up on there. That's great. I've got to say, it is very, very relaxing to not have the looming threat of the game freezing hanging over you. I'm enjoying this much, much more. Only 2 arrows there. Maybe I should have waited, but I think we're fine. All right, we're probably getting to the point where we could use a bit of a top-up here, so let's go ahead and do that. That works for me. Okay, so lots of enemies in here. The first way we're going to want to go is to the right. I'm going to have to pump the brakes on the bombs a little bit. We've already gone through, like, 62? More than that? A few more arrows, okay. And 1 arrow. It is actually kind of a nice touch that they don't pluralize it. Wow. Anyway, now the light bulb is going off above my head again because we can just hop over this to keep going. And so this is the reason we went this way first, is so we can open that door over there for later. Let's get the bombs back out. Maybe 33 is so few. Man, we came in here with 99. I can't believe we've used that many this quickly. All right, let's get the bombs back out. All right, now that that winding path is done, we can pop in here. Get some explosives right on time, and 10 more arrows. Could be worse. Why don't we go ahead and top up? That should be good. Now we can go all the way around and get through this door that we opened a moment ago. All right, so now we'll notice that we can't quite get in this room over here, and to the right is a dead end, but I suppose I'll show you anyway. Just to get a look at all the sweet looking treasure boxes in there. So we'll have to figure out a way to get in that room, but we'll worry about that in just a little bit. Do some of my hops, why not? That honestly is really fun. It's so stupid, but it's just fun to do. I think this might be our first actual Sphinx tile. Not 100% sure. But if so, we'll leave this in. Oh, I hate it. I was really hoping my bomb attack would take out the eye, but it will this turn for sure. With 39 bombs, I'm feeling pretty good, though. And at level 16, despite the fact that even though I'm a full level higher than Phoebe, she still has more HP than me. I told you she was a beast. Okay, so this room, there's nothing preventing us from falling off the edge. And that's going to drop us right in here immediately. And I'm going to raid all this stuff. I'm very excited about the treasure box on the right, but we're going to do these ones on the left first. And I do enjoy the fact that not only can you walk off the ledge, you can take a flying leap off the ledge. That's obviously going to let us out when we go back that way. And that's everybody's favorite part of the Assassin's Creed games for sure. Blind, why don't we use our handy-dandy brand new heal spell? Why not? Now let's get over here and get to that treasure box. Let's get it now. We find the noble armor, and let's check it out. So now, from 6, our defensive power is up to 12, and we're strong against water and poison. Kind of like Phoebe, except for she's strong against wind as well, and not poison. But we have some more resistances now. That's making me very, very happy. Plus, the extra defensive power is just going to be huge. I like that Sphinxes confuse you with riddles. Like, imagine hearing a riddle that's so confusing, you start punching your friends in the face. Ooh, I hit level 17, and I finally have as much HP as my hero, Phoebe. Now let's loop all the way back around and get back to that platform area up above. And how we're going to end up finally finishing this place is by falling through the floor like we did before, but in a more opportune location. So why don't we clear out all the enemies in here? All right, what do we get over here? 10 more explosives, right on time. Excellent. Now we've got 48, and I'm feeling pretty good. Go ahead and top up and fix Phoebe up real quick here, though. All right, let's get to it. And we're going to want to watch our step in here. No accidental button presses now. And in the center here, we can blow this up, and we're going to hold off on that for just a second. But we can hop these, which is just fun. Can't go back, though, because we'd have to be facing it. So we'll have to take the long way back. I could have hopped over this way, but I kind of want to finish up in the middle. And we can see that pathway over there. We can't quite get there. I think even if we fall off, we won't. I'm not even going to try it, though. Okay, that was a pretty punishing battle. Let's go ahead and heal up. Now, where we want to go is the middle here, and let's go ahead and blow up that ice. And now we're going to fall through the center. And again. And again. And one more time. And we've been seeing these the whole time, which I think is kind of cool. All right, here we are, and we need our sword out to open the floor, and let's fall in. And right in the middle of a pile of monsters, but I want that chest immediately to our south right away. All right, oh boy, what do we get? The Knight's Sword, and let's check this thing out. Attack power of 100. That is so sweet. It's almost as good as the Jumbo Bomb, but now we finally have like a decent weapon to switch the bombs off of to do a single attack. It's just great, and I'm very, very happy to have found it. Now let's clear out all these other stupid enemies. Arrows, heal potions, and some cure potions. Neat. Now this is going to take a minute, so let's go. Okay, that is finally over. Now, let's take a look around. You'll notice the Ice Golem right there. Now, I'm pretty sure we can just go up and battle him. Do I want to do that right now? I guess I do. Make sure we're ready to go, and let's see what happens. Waha! I'm enjoying our little game. And he disappears. Can't quite get to him right now. So where we're going to want to go, we can't walk off the edge of this. This is supposed to represent we're above stuff. You can sort of tell by how it is superimposed over the things beneath us. So, if we go down here, we can go underneath and head up over to the top left. And we can't go through any of these, unfortunately. They're just there for flavor, I guess. So let's take this Lamia out. And I've got to tell you, I am loving my brand new sword. Let's take out these enemies. Wow, that one gave us the business. Okay. Oh, I'm out of white magic. I guess I better use a seed then. I could probably get by without doing that, but I also think it's totally fine to do. Alright, let's take out these eyeballs. And climb on up. Why don't I get, not blind anymore? I guess I'll go ahead and use a heal potion. Alright. And now we get to take this stairwell that we couldn't get to before. Those look like treasure boxes, don't they? But I can't access them. Well, let's keep going. Oh wait, there it is. Nice. I guess if I wanted to go all the way back, I could, but I really don't. Let's just keep going. I'll pick them up on the way out, I promise. And now, with this little zigzag pathway in the middle, we can finally confront the boss of this place. I probably don't even need to heal, but I could just use a cure potion, I guess. And let's get in there. You think you're a knight, huh? Waha! Take this! And this is the Ice Golem, and this guy is no joke. We're gonna go ahead and try out fire, and I'm gonna try out a life spell. I don't actually know if this will work or not, but you should always try, I think. It's weak against fire, so that's 468. No effect. Fair enough. 214 is not bad. I'm gonna cast fire until I'm all out, and I guess Phoebe will too then. Imagine using fire spells against an ice monster. That's 220. I better get a life spell on Phoebe this turn. Hopefully she gets this down first. I don't think she's gonna get killed here. Okay, we're good. I think we can do a full round of fire this time. But look at this, we're melting him. I like that he has kind of a football helmet on. I think that's just great. Like, his whole design is clearly influenced by football pads. Yeah, I think we can do another full fire round. Okay, Snowstorm is when he's getting pretty low, but he heals himself per attack, which is pretty annoying. I think I'm going to do a life on me. Just make sure I stay up. Okay, he didn't heal himself that turn. That's pretty good. Tempting to go both fire, but I think I'm just going to play it safe and do a life on Phoebe. We've almost got him. Look at him. Sleep is annoying. Stomp, stomp. Okay. Now we're going full fire. Let's reach for it. Oh, I'm out? I guess I could try Thunder or maybe just regular attack. Let's try Thunder. .474 is pretty good. Okay, I'm out of fire too. All right. Let's go ahead and get our bombs out. And Phoebe can use a Thunder. That was pretty strong. Yes, we did it. That guy is actually no joke. And look at this. Another crystal in the bank. Let's go. Awesome. And Phoebe says the crystal. I'll go back to Aquaria and see if the ice melted. Don't forget to see Grandpa. Right. Bye-bye, Phoebe. And Phoebe leaves us. But for our trouble, we get the river coin, which will let us open that door in the focus tower. Did want to grab these on the way out, and now there's nothing left to do but get out of here, so let's go. All right, we cleared the ice pyramid, and look at outside. It's all green and lush now. How exciting. So let's get back to Aquaria. And oh, this place just looks great, doesn't it? We're such an amazing hero. I love problem solving for people like this. Now we're going to check out everything that's changed and figure out what to do next, but that's going to have to wait until next time because I'm all out of time for today. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next Final Fantasy Friday.